Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Damn, this sucks, folks. This sucks. I wake up, I make my Kelsey Plum Angel Reese video. I go to Home Depot, I get some things for the yard, I get some things for the grill. I go to ShopRite, I get some things for the grill, I get some things for the grill. I come back home, I open up Twitter, and I get hit with an instant gut shot right off the bat. An instant gut shot right off the back, like I got hit in the kidney and I'm down for the count. Caitlin Clark to miss at least 2 weeks with a suffered left quad strain. A minimum, folks, keyword here, minimum of 2 weeks. That's when they're saying she's going to be reevaluated to see if she can go. In a minimum of 2 weeks. Now, Chloe Peterson, a reporter for the Indiana, she says it's not related to her left quad injury from training camp that forced her to miss the preseason opener. I was born at night. I was not born last night. I was born at night. I was not born last night. Now, let me just address this because the conversation could be had. Well, this is why they're playing her off ball so much, because it was still lingering. Guys, if it was still lingering, I would much rather sit her for the start of the season than run her off ball and have her doing all this useless crap off ball. Sit her until she's fully 100% healthy. Don't utilize an 80%, 85% Caitlin Clark off ball. If that's the case, don't do that. I would much rather sit her to start the season, making sure her health is 100% intact, than, oh, this explains why she was off ball. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. The biggest ratings driver in all of TV sports, Caitlin Clark, is headed to the injury list for at least 2 weeks. Clark will miss at least the next 2 weeks with a left quadricep strain, marking the first time in her collegiate or professional career that she will miss a non-exhibition game. She was held out of a preseason game earlier this year due to the same injury. Folks, first time in her collegiate or professional career, she's like motherfucking Hercules, guys. Hercules. She's like the Incredible Hulk. She's like LeBron James. She's the endurance beat. She doesn't get hurt. She doesn't get injured. So this is even more perplexing and tough to swallow, and gosh, it sucks. We move on. The 2-week period that Clark will miss includes the Fever's next game against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky, a CBS game a week from Saturday. The 3 other games during the 2-week stretch are relatively low profile, with Indiana facing the Mystics and Sun. Should her injury extend beyond the 2-week period, Indiana faces New York on ABC June 14th and the Aces on ESPN June 22nd. A minimum of 2 weeks. Caitlin Clark sits for 2 weeks. Let's just stop there real quick. She sits for 2 weeks. Folks, I'm not letting you sit for 2 weeks and then the first game back from injury, you're going to go up against Natasha Cloud for 94 feet for 40 minutes. I wouldn't do that as a coach. Maybe the game after June 14th you can come back to. But you're coming back fresh from an injury, a leg injury at that. Yeah, you can sit that one out too, Caitlin. You got Cloud going to be draped all over you. Phoebe's going to be draped all over you. Burke draped all over you. Man. Given Clark's impact on the television ratings, her lack of injury history has been a minor miracle. Her durability was unlikely to last. Folks, do I say the obvious? Do I state the obvious now that we've all mourned? Now that we've all mourned and accepted this? This is exactly why people were skeptical about getting Sydney Colson. Because God forbid any of the 4 guards we have get a serious injury, we are severely down now. Now Colson needs to get 15 minutes a game, 10, 15 minutes a game, whether she's starting or coming in off the bench, relieving Sophie, relieving Lexi, or relieving Kelsey. This is your time to prove it, Sydney. This is your time to prove it. I can't get on you before you at least have an opportunity. We need to rally behind you in this at this moment. We need to give you confidence at this moment. You need to prove to the skeptics that not only was it a great locker room signing, it was a great basketball signing as well. Not only was it a great locker room signing, it was a great basketball signing as well. Folks, when we took Caitlin Clark out of the game this season, the offense looked like they had no idea what to do. No clue what to do. And now she's injured. Damn it. Damn. Wish her a speedy recovery, of course. But now it's time. Now it's time for everybody and all the new additions to step up. Now's the time to step up and right whatever wrong fans see in the eyes of how this season has started. Now Stephanie White's time to step up and right whatever wrong the fans have seen when this season has started. Now is DeWanna Bonner's time to step up and prove everybody wrong. Now is Kelsey Mitchell's time to step up and prove everybody wrong. Natasha Howard, step up. Prove everybody wrong. Brianna Turner, step up and prove everybody wrong. Now's the time. Dantas, step up and prove everybody wrong. Now's the time. In this 2-week stretch, now is the minimum 2-week stretch. Again, minimum 2-week stretch. Now's the time, folks. You're a future Hall of Famer? Show me. You're a future first ballot? Show me. Top 3 scorer all time? Show me. And you guys know I have all the faith in DB. I have all the faith in Kelsey Mitchell. All the faith in Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham. I need to see it, Sydney. I need to see it, Brie. I need to see it, Natasha. Now's your time to hold down the fort. Even more crucial. I'm just having all these thoughts right now. Even more now those first 4 games are even more crucial. The 2-2 start is even more. Gosh. We could at least be 3-1. Gosh. In a perfect world, 4-0. Goodness. How are we going to do in this time? That's a very valid question. How are we going to do in this time? We have the Mystics without Caitlin Clark. Kiki and Sonia Citron have been playing hell of great basketball. That coach is proven himself so far that he is a good coach. That's going to be a close one. Connecticut, we should win that game. Without CC, we should win that game. I am more worried about Washington than I am Connecticut. There's 1-1 right there. We see Washington again. Let's just say we split. That's 2-1 right there. We see Chicago Sky. I didn't even touch on this. This is Aaliyah Boston. Goodness gracious. Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah's about to be unleash the beast. Unleash the Kraken, folks. Unleash the Kraken. Say we split with Washington. We're 2-1. Chicago Sky. We're going to beat Chicago Sky with or without Caitlin Clark. They can't handle Aaliyah Boston. They can't. Then we get Atlanta. 3-2. The potential return game against the Liberty. I wouldn't play her against the Liberty. I would let her take that off. Even if it is at home. 3-3. And then the Connecticut Sun. 4-3. The Golden State Valkyries. Golden State Valkyries, they play up-tempo. They don't play slow. That's going to be a hard one. That's the game I would probably return her in. Either in Indy against Connecticut, June 17th, or at Golden State, June 19th. So she at least has a game or 2 under her belt before we head over to Las Vegas. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Appreciate all of the support. wishing a speedy recovery to Caitlin Clark. And don't you tell me that this is not related to the left quad injury from training camp. This is the lies. No disrespect, Chloe Peterson, because you do a good job covering the team. If the team fed you this information for you to turn around and regurgitate this, you should have just kept it to yourself, because this is a blatant lie. And I hate getting lied to. I'm not even going to touch on the ratings. I'm not even going to touch on the ratings. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.